Right now, America is having the largest gun conversation this country has ever had, and no one bothered to actually invite the gun owners. Sure, they talk about gun owners, but they don't actually want them part of the conversation, unless they need a bad guy to verbally accost, that is. They treat the conversation on guns like a line outside of a nightclub, and the asshole bouncer is our mainstream media. Sexy cable news anchor, whose entire knowledge on guns is based on the "what is an assault weapons" Google search she did while standing in a Starbucks line this morning before work, she gets to be part of the conversation. Sycophantic Democratic politician who believes we lose 93 million Americans a day to gun violence, he gets to be part of the conversation. Anti-gun group financed by anti-gun megalomaniac billionaire outed for lying and falsifying stats on guns, they get to be part of the conversation. Journalist who, in an attempt to prove how easy it is to buy a gun in America, tries to buy a gun only to fail the background check because of his history with alcohol abuse and domestic battery charge, he gets to be part of the conversation. But 34-year-old attorney with 11 years of gun advocacy documented online in print and video, who is also an NRA commentator, gets invited to ask the current president a Second Amendment question only to have the White House say, sorry, we're gonna focus on other topics and are gonna find another participant in place of the gun topic, and then watch in confusion as they talk about guns. No, he can't be a part of the conversation. That's a true story, by the way, circa 2013, but I digress. The very few far and in between times they actually invite gun owners to this conversation, it's a no-win gladiatorial witch hunt. On every issue in this country, we strive to find the most knowledgeable people we can find on a topic. But when it comes to guns, it's like we pride ourselves on finding the smartest dumbasses to talk about guns, and then have the audacity to call it common sense. How do you have a conversation about concealed carry with someone who never carried a gun? How do we have a conversation about ARs when no one in the conversation has ever shot one, much less know how they work? It's not like they're getting people who kind of have an idea. We're talking about people who are mentally inept on the subject, unable to grasp the most elementary aspects of the topic, which would be fine if they were having this conversation in a vacuum, but they're spewing nonsense to millions of people who know less than they do. The worst part about this charade called a gun conversation is the incessant vilification of gun owners, the people who actually know what they're talking about. We somehow have devolved so far in this country that we literally blame gun owners for these shootings. Blaming the NRA is no better. The NRA isn't some faceless entity. It's a membership-based organization with over 5 million members who donate to the NRA because they have no voice on the issue, because you all insist on only having the conversation with yourselves and waging war against the NRA. You're not waging war against a machine. You're waging war against people. People who have families just like you. People who grieve, cry, and feel the same pain that you do when our kids are killed in cold blood in our schools, malls, movies, and streets. The same people who want the shootings to stop, who want to save lives, but just have a different idea about how to do it. Instead of engaging these people like people, all you do is call them disgusting monsters who want kids to die because you're too self-righteous and ignorant to believe there may be another way to approach this that's more effective than gun control. Look, if you really don't want a conversation on guns and are just looking for an excuse to ban them, hell, say that. At least then I can respect the honesty. But y'all can't even do that.